armor. Oh, does it again. Not just a perfect level up minus the strength, but also he has gotten defense every level up you've made so far. And he's like, I want that plate armor. I want to wear it. I want to wear it so badly.
He is a war wizard.
He's like, I want a front line like Titania.
Let me at him.
You did give him the Draco shield too. Okay, good. I was gonna say, because if not, he totally fucking earned that Draco shield. But yeah, you gave it to him already.
Yep. Oh, I see you shot here. That makes sense. Oh, I lost. Oh no, 2 points of health and traded upward. Where did you come from?
Reinforcements.
Are you a necromancer?
No, like I said, reinforcements.
You're healing from the dead?
He's reinforcements. And be thankful that this is nice reinforcements. There are several Fire Emblem games where the reinforcements come at the beginning of the enemy turn and get to act the turn they show up.
That sounds exciting.
Oh yeah, they're referred to as ambush spawns by the community, and they're much despised.
I sure do wonder why that would be.
It's a bit of a mystery, so no one really quite understands why.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Billy got to actually use magic.
Oh,
and successfully got poisoned.
This is her second time getting to use magic. She did so last round.
All it cost her was her health. now she's got foodborne illness from the arrow.
Foodborne illness.
Or in this case, arrow-borne illness.
Yeah.
Can Tormod double now that he got the +1 speed from that level up?
Double who?
The guy who attacked him, that mage there.
This one?
Tormod. No, Tormod. Orange cape. Up. There you go. Tormod.
You say orange to the colorblind.
I was hoping he could double now that he got that 1 point of speed, but it's not enough. Should have gotten a point of strength, Tormod. Fucking useless bastard. Bench him.
Get him out of here.
Oh no, the Elfire is super effective. If only you were alive to use it.
That's why you had to die first. Did I look to see if the other mage slightly down south has one? No.
What about the other mage?
I'm never punished. It'll be fine. Assuredly, it will be fine.
What about that mage?
That mage is also gonna die.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Leth doesn't care because Leth has the Bjork guard, so she's immune to all those effects.
Yep.
So yeah, that fire mage is kind of irrelevant to, at least to Leth, not to Mordecai, Mararum. Too many M's in this army.
Mararum.
Get one of your M units killed, so I have to stop remembering so many M names.
Get one of my non-M units killed? Got it.
Preferably if it starts with an N, like, say, Neff. That'd be really good. Mostly I just want Neff to die because, like I said, she's a fan favorite, and I want everyone to be pissed off when you get her killed.
She really just does not seem good.
She really is not that good. Now, that's not to say that she can't be used in any Fire Emblem game, even the worst unit. If you put the XP and training and time into them, they can be perfectly acceptable, aka look at Rolf. But Rolf is honestly probably the worst unit in this entire game, bar none. But he's still effective. If you put the effort into him and you train him up, you can make them acceptable, if not good enough to be, a good fighter. But But yeah, Neff is definitely in the same kind of ballpark as Rolf, where you're like, I don't even know if it's worth using her. It's a lot of effort and not a lot of payoff.
Yep.
Whereas, and I know this is probably too late now, but like Jill is one of the better units to put a lot of XP into, because just flyers in general are like super fucking good. It's actually a little, I wouldn't say concerning, but it's a little unusual just because I've played so much of this game to see Jill still unpromoted at this point in the game. Yes, Neff has committed war crimes, but is she going to be rewarded? Nope, she doesn't get the reward. She gets some XP, but she doesn't get the big level up reward. It wasn't a big enough war crime.
Her name is not known.
Yeah, it didn't get her on the Geneva radar.
That'll be our next representative that joins our team. Oh. Esther.
That's why you use fire and not hellfire. But hey, on the plus side, finally you were punished for making a poor decision.
Well... Why are you so slow?
It's not that they're slow, it's the swamp. Everybody has to pay extra movement points to move into the swamp.
I know. I'm still gonna complain about them being too slow.
Go for that crit. You want it. You know you want it.
God, what was the crit chance again?
Like 33? 43? 33?
Ah, fine.
You believe in Devton, right?
I don't believe in threat ranges.
Alright, I lost all faith in Devton. I'll never believe in him again.
This is your fault for having faith in him to begin with.
I like that mage has been standing there, like, the one that's next to Jill's been standing there, like, this whole fucking round, like, I'm still alive? How is this possible?
Because I don't know what I want to kill it with.
Well, you got 2 units who can reach it, that's all you have to do. You have to make a decision here. One of them gets the soldier, the other gets the mage.
Joke's on you. I'm gonna ignore the soldier.
What about those other mages? Is Mordecai's life? I mean, not that Mordecai's life is really ever in danger because it's Mordecai, but are there fire mages over there near Mordecai there?
One. But, like, Mordecai is also about to move.
Coward.
No, he's opening up. Fuck the swamp. Fuck this swamp.
I mean, the guy with the sword doesn't do any actual damage to Mordecai, so I don't think you have to worry too much about that one. Although, no, he can't hit. That's the mage who can hit, Illy. I don't think he does that much damage to Illy anyways. Yeah, it's a little bit, but not like a lot.
Yeah. Two quick jabs.
Alright, Devton, level up. Let's go. Alright, that's not, like, horrible by any means. Could be better, but it's not bad.
Could be not magic.
It could be... But you got attack and defense. That's pretty good stats.
Okay, well, hitting you first didn't really matter.
Look at that. Ellie got to attack twice. Let's use magic. All right, Mordecai's like, I gotta go and take some fucking swords to the chest again. Gotta get psyched up. This is how we just. This is just how Mordecai trains.
You would kill a kid?
He's gonna fucking try. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but that orange cape with the green, like, armor that Tormod has kind of looks really bad. Kind of clashing colors, you know what I mean?
Are we talking colors again?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Speaking of colors, I had this conversation with someone at my school. They were trying to get a game of Magic going. I didn't have my Magic cards with me. But they were like, I really wanted to use my new Lord of the Rings deck that I built. It's running Saruman the White. And I'm like, how familiar are you with Lord of the Rings canon? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, because, I mean, like, it's Saruman the White in the movie, but, like, did you read the books at all? He's like, no. I'm like, because in the books, he's not actually a white wizard. He's a rainbow wizard. He's Saruman of many colors, and his robe, you know, has this, like, weird rainbow effect. Like, as he walks, it'll do, like, what a lot of computers do, you know, where they have that gradient of rainbow go over the keys and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like,
that's what my shit does.
Yeah, I know. And then he's like, it does that? I'm like, yeah, Peter Jackson didn't have it in the budget to make his cloak do that, you know? So they couldn't do it in the movie, so they just retconned him to a white wizard. And I'm like, but there's no reason the card game shouldn't have made him Saruman of many colors.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Especially if you're including book-only characters like Tom Bombadil.
Yeah, and not
like
to mention...
you're already going to such lengths.
Right, and not to mention how many liberties they took with the rights. Like, at that point, why not?
Yeah. Like, I doubt that's going to be the most expensive thing you have to think about.
Yeah, and again, they don't have to actually do the full, you know... I mean, they have to make the gradient, but they don't have to make a reverberating gradient that, you know, moves around as he walks, because it's a stationary image. But yeah, I was just like, I'm not saying everybody has to be a Lord of the Rings geek, and even I am not a Lord of the Rings geek. I'll be honest, right here on, you know, camera, so to speak, you know, on audio of the camera, I've not read the Silmarillion. Like, I'm not a super big... Yeah, I'm not a super big Lord of the Rings geek. I probably should. Like, there's a part of me that really kind of wants to read the Silmarillion, but I haven't read that yet. So like, I'm not trying to be like a holier than thou. I'm not trying to say like I was trying to like one up the guy, like, haha, I knew this and he didn't. He brought up Saruman the White, and I was just curious. I'm like, I was just trying to be like, hey, did you know he actually, you know, was in fact, you know, a rainbow wizard? I don't know what else to call it, because they called it many colors, which is a really weird way of saying rainbow, but plus I think it's really funny to call him a rainbow wizard.
Oh, for sure.
Gandalf the White, Saruman the Rainbow. Although I will admit, in terms of like title, the Of Many Colors is a really kind of cool title.
Oh yeah.
Gonna have to kill the archer to open up the boss for Leth to go for that throat.
I was just gonna go give him like a volt or something.
Oh, that's fair too. Oh, he's only at 7. Yeah, he took a beating.
Yeah, he took a lot.
How's Leth doing?
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
Yeah. Mordecai is close to transforming.
Yeah, if only he could have taken a little bit of actual damage to charge his gauge up.
Brahm's actually in range to hit something.
Yeah, only because they spawned in the same location that he did.
I mean, we don't need to talk about the semantics of it, but
this is the fucking, you know, what is it? The Disney's Hades, the details. You know, who needs them? Fuck it. Detail. Semantics.
I do love Disney's Hades, as inaccurate of an iteration of Hades it is.
It's so fucking terrible. I am honestly desperate to see any Hollywood reproduction of Greek mythology that not necessarily has to be everything to the books, you know, by the numbers accurate, but at least tries to be extremely accurate.
Yeah.
But for some reason, everyone, especially in Hollywood, I think most of the writers, I'm guessing, know better because they have to do with the research and shit. But I think it's because there's this like conception within the general public that Hades is the equivalent of the devil and the underworld is the equivalent of hell. Like, no. Tartarus was the Greek equivalent of hell, and that didn't have a Lucifer, quote unquote. I guess you could argue Kronos for that role, but he didn't rule over Tartarus. He was locked inside of Tartarus.
He was also a prisoner, yeah.
Yeah, like he's not really a true Lucifer. And Hades, as far as like the Greek gods, is like extremely, if you allow me to get really nerdy and use D&D rules, he's extremely like lawful neutral.
Yeah.
Like he's not evil, he's not good either. I mean, he's definitely done some questionable things, like kidnapping Persephone and then cheating on her. Although from what I've heard from people who are more versed in this than I am, it depends on which myth you read. In some cases, Persephone actually sought out Hades in the underworld. So, because there's like 6 or 7 different myths of everything from the ancient Greeks. So it depends on which author you're using as a reference, from what I've been told. So even then, Hades is, you know, in the worst case scenario, depending on the myths, he's kidnapped Persephone and then eventually would cheat on her. It's entirely possible, depending on who your author is, that you never even read those passages, and so it's just like, oh look, Persephone went down to the underworld and fell in love with Hades, and like, cool, you know, like, and then they lived happily ever after. But not only that, like Hades is a really, like, compared to like a lot of the gods, especially like, I'm just gonna pick one at random, say Zeus. Hades is a really fucking, you know, pretty decent guy. Like when Orpheus goes down there to save Eurydice, and Hades, like, granted, he gives him a challenge, you know, he demands that, okay, fine, you can have Eurydice only if you can make it back out of the underworld without turning around to look at her face. And okay, is that evil? No. Is it good? Arguably not. Is it fair? Kind of. Like, you know, you want your lover back, you have to complete the challenge. Like, yeah, it seems fair. Like, again, lawful, neutral. Is it evil? No. Good? No. Lawful? You can argue that it's a challenge. You know, it's a if you want something, you have to pay a toll to get it. In this case, you know. And then in that case, it's Orpheus's fault for getting right to the fucking door and deciding that instead of taking 2 more fucking steps, he's going to turn around and look right then. Again, depending on which myth you're reading, but usually it's like when he's right at the door. Wow, look at that crit.
That was a sick... It moved a little fast, but it was a cool crit.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, then like Heracles goes down to Hades on multiple occasions. Once to get permission to take Cerberus up to the mortal world, and another to try and plead with Hades to let him release the soul of the wife of one of his friends. To which Hades agrees because he's so moved by the story Heracles tells him. That he's just like, oh, that's just the, you know, the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Yes, of course you can take her back. So like he's a really nice, like, I wouldn't say like a good guy, but he's a nice guy. And it really sucks to see him always portrayed as the bad guy. And the worst offender isn't even the Disney movie, in my opinion. It's the remake of Clash of the Titans. Since the original Clash of the Titans, Hades wasn't even in the fucking movie. Like, it didn't even involve him, and they just decided, fuck it, we're gonna make Hades the bad guy. Like, fucking why? You're remaking the movie, just use their original plot they had. It's the same plot, but for some reason you decided that, you know, making the gods as a whole, kind of as a group of individuals, kind of these not-so-nice people, you decided to pawn it all off onto Hades and make him the individual, singled-out bad guy. Like, fuck. That, to me, is the worst offender of just abusing the source material in terms of Greek mythology and shit. Okay, now where were we? Now that we've talked about how Hollywood abuses Hades because they don't understand. Like, again, not necessarily so much Hollywood. I'm willing to bet most of the writers, again, do know better. I think it's primarily just the general public. The majority of the general public doesn't know anything. And so, for some reason, instead of educating the general public through their movie, through their medium, they decide to just continue to you know, push this bullshit narrative. And people wonder why Americans are, you know, constantly getting stupider and our test grades are all failing and we keep lowering the bar so that students can pass when they really shouldn't be. Because we keep, not only do we make our children stupid, but when they get stupider, we just go, well, we'll just lower the bar to make sure that they pass. George W. Bush. Got him. All that 2 damage you needed. Hey, level up. Alright, Jill, come on. Speed. Let's start doubling. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's going to be enough to let her double, but she might start, maybe. Who's holding your antitoxin?
Which is a great question. Pretty sure it's a child. I think it's Torment? Tormod? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tornado. Tormado.
Tormado.
If only he used wind magic, then that could be his nickname. Well, actually, never mind. I'm going to do that next time I get a chance to play Fire Emblem 9. I'm going to make I'm going to train him in wind magic and just call him Tornado the whole time. Is Leth going to make it through enemy phase? Oh yeah, she's got.
That's what I'm debating. If I just book her that way.
Yeah. Yeah, so she loses 1 point per battle, so she's probably fine as long as you don't, like, run her into the middle of the enemy, because they can't all reach her right now. So if you were to, you could probably ever kill somebody.
Oh, damn bastards. No, I don't want to commit.
Like, if you had her kill one of those mages, she would have been far enough away that no one could, like, a few people could have reached her, but she wouldn't have been, like, forced out of her transformation. But on the plus side, I guess Mordecai gets to, I don't know, stand there and take some damage. I don't know, question mark?
He could end up transforming half through the enemy turn, yes? Or is it only
if he takes 2 damage, he'll transform on the enemy turn.
Okay.
But he has to actually take 2 damage or more.
That's fine. Alright, and Braum is never going to make it to the other end.
I like how you didn't even bother taking the bush for the extra. He was like, fuck it. I mean, it's not like he needs the extra 1 point of defense and a little bit of evade, but, like, why not?
Yeah. Okay, some respectable damage.
Well, now it's going to be a little bit less. I think he gets like 4 res when he transforms.
Oh, a miss? Okay. Alright, who we shooting there? I don't think that does anything.
That's not going to do anything. Longbows are already notoriously weak, and Mordecai has like 18 or 19 defense right now. You know, I'm thinking about it though. I like how when they're untransformed, the Lagoos get 1 point of their transform gauge per point of damage they take. I think it would have been cool if that had transferred over when they were like transformed even. So like if they were, as long as they were taking damage, they could maintain the transform. So it would encourage you to be a little reckless with them, because if you just attack somebody and then you lose like 4 or 5, you could even increase how much gauge they lose at the beginning of upkeep, so to speak, the player phase. Like have them lose, instead of losing 4, they lose like 7 or 8. You know, like really punish them. But because they're constantly building it up on enemy phase, if you can put them in harm's way, you know, long enough. But they also have to get hit, is the other thing. Yeah, they also have to get hit, which is, you know, as you've seen, a lot of them are really tough to hit when they're transformed.
Yep.
But I think you could have made a really cool little system with that, actually, where you could keep them transformed, like, more, I wouldn't say indefinitely, but theoretically indefinitely in this little hypothesis I'm making here.
Yeah.
They'd say that as Mararm just takes a fucking lightning bolt to the face while transformed.
Devdon has been doing some work on the front lines here. Killed 2 mages, injured another mage. Sure. Take it. Alright, Morim. You need to run to Ileana.
Should have used Evolved.
Nah.
Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, you can just heal him again on the next turn, but... The enemy is nice and grouped up. All you need to do is drop a fireball.
God, if only.
Or, like, if you had a wizard right about where Ike is, just drop a lightning bolt right there, just bzzz. You probably kill the other mage, isn't that the one that... Oh, no, that's not the one that's wounded, is it? No, that's the one that's wounded. No, it's not. What's the one? Oh, the boss was wounded. Yeah, the boss was wounded.
These
That's
were wounded here.
Yeah. Yeah, the sage was wounded.
And there... God, I wish Fireball was a thing here. Or give me like a cone. Give me a cone.
A cone of cold?
Yes.
In the latest installment of Fire Emblem, you actually get some cool AoE abilities like that on the map here.
Oh, neat. Hell yeah.
They're very restricted as to how many times you can use them in any one match or any one map, but you do get them.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
And I think there's a few other ones too that have done it. Like I think Three Houses. Yeah, Three Houses has some AoE as well. Actually, Three Houses had probably the most AoE because I forgot they had the battalion effects. But there was also like they had like oh wait, no, there is AoE in this game. You just don't ever get to use it. I mean, you do, but you never get to actually use it on the enemy. You only use it on your own units. So it doesn't help because you don't. There's no. They're called Onagirs. You get the old style catapults. You know the. But yeah, they launch rocks,
like
and when the rocks. What? No, Onagirs. Onagirs were before catapults and trebuchets.
Okay.
But yeah, they launch rocks, or were they between? I think they might have been between catapults, and I gotta look this up now. This is one of those things I don't feel comfortable talking about. Or not, it's Onager, sorry. Onager, I think is how you pronounce it. Onager. Torsion-powered, catapult-style weapon used by the Roman army in the siege, Christ's Walls fortification. Was it before or after the catapult? Oh no, the Onager is a specific style of catapult. That's why. Okay. It was a specifically Roman engineered catapult. It wasn't before or after them. But anyway, yeah, you get those. And yeah, they lob rocks that do a plus pattern AoE when they hit the ground.
Oh, cool.
But again, you don't get to use. I mean, you can, but by the time like you have to reach them, like the enemy will be positioned on them, and by the time you reach them and can actually, man them, they're facing the wrong direction. So you'd be shooting into your own army. So it doesn't really help you. Also, they're, spoiler alert, like stupidly fucking weak unless they're hitting like a low defense unit, like a mage type of thing. Like, I've seen, like, you'll watch them like directly target, say, like, someone like on your team right now, just because it's easy to reference like high defense, but if they were to hit like Titania with it, it would do like 3 damage to her. And it does even less damage on the splash. The primary target takes the most damage, I guess is the best way to say it, and then everyone else takes even less. God damn it, cat. Alright, sorry, I'm back. Deal with that little problem. Going for that sweet, sweet one-hit KO.
Yep.
Don't even give him a chance to do that 0 damage.
That makes sense.
Feels like this is gonna be a tink. Yeah. I guess it's because Jill doesn't kill them on the retaliation.
That's fine, we'll soften them up for the children. Jill is now the babysitter.
Oh, this guy might actually do a little bit of damage. Oh, he's got a little bit, probably like 3 or 4. 5.
5. And then get double.
Yeah.
Down to 10. That makes sense. It was something I considered after I swapped away from